Hello everyone, I'm AI Merton and welcome back to Lands of Zankar. As you can see, we've got ourselves a respawn anchor, which was provided to us by MangaMaD. Thank you so much for that, Manga. In fact, we have a little clip of that we can jump into. Alright, and as you can see in that clip, I was hanging out with Tainro for a little bit, because Tainro doesn't know much about this brand new Nether that we are hanging out in. So I went through and compiled all the information that I learned from Steam's logs, and I decided to show Tainro around and kind of give him a little bit of a 101 on how the Nether works now. And you can go ahead and check that out in his video. I'll probably provide a little clip here so you guys can kind of see the how that little adventure started. And yeah, we'll get to that. And once we're done with that clip, we'll meet back here.
2 rockets, so I'm waiting for AI Merton to come over here so I can. Okay.
Hello.
you got one of the heads already?
Yeah.
Goodness.
That's right.
That's awesome.
One. What's up?
That's crazy. Nothing much. Just kind of stranded on a little island with only 2 rockets left, and I'm afraid I'm gonna die.
I heard some screaming over here.
Can I have just a few? 20. Not wow.
Yeah, I've got a full stack here.
So much. Wait, what? They're different.
They're different.
Oh, they are different. Yeah.
Weird.
Look at those. That's the ones I have. They say flight duration 1. Yours don't say anything.
Oh yeah, I had a problem.
Weird.
With poor Mr. AI Merton's information when updating the server.
Oh yeah.
And I had to reclaim some things, so.
I see.
Had to reboot my system and got all my stuff back.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
What's
okay.
up?
No, that's fine. Oh, nothing much. I'm just stranded. So can you help me get to the shopping area, and then I can go back to my base to gather some supplies, and then we can go through our lesson there?
Sure. It should be that way. Alrighty. So that was a fun little adventure with Tainro. Be sure to check out his video to see the rest of that. But for me to be able to continue the next phase here, we have ourselves at least a mostly safe place to hide and protect our portal. Next step is going to be this rail right here. In fact, I don't think I've touched on what this is right now. So Mr. MangaMaD has took it on himself to start building up a rail, another rail. And we have a hub that leads over to the shopping area and over to all of our bases as well, and potentially in the future for spawn and some of the other places, which is pretty cool. So with that being said, I want to be able to build up a nice enclosure for this so that we don't have to worry about gas or anything. Nothing dangerous can get to us while we're riding the rail. So I do have a pretty cool design for this, but I have 2 things I gotta do for that. First, a warped forest. I need lots of the blue wood, or cyan wood. I'm not sure exactly what color you want to call that. It's not exactly blue, but it's not exactly not blue. But yeah, so we need to do that, and also I needed a bunch of red sandstone, smooth red sandstone. So I was able to reach out to Z, and apparently him and Skunkee had enough for me. They're able to provide that for me. So at some point here, we will meet up with Skunkee and we'll do an exchange of goods there. And yeah, that'll be exciting. And yep. Let's see. Anything else I need to cover before we head on to the warp forest? Nope, I think that's good. Alright, let's head over here. Okay, I finally found the warped forest. Sweet. I was able to pick up this nifty little hoe from Jalisco earlier. So now we can collect a whole bunch of this. We need a lot of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Collect a ton of this, and yeah, this should be fun. Okay, so I have gotten a whole bunch of warped stuff. It's a pretty good start. I found some glistering melons in a chest. Not sure if I'll use that, but you know, oh, that would have been bad just to have that Enderman. Anyways, I got a good supply to get started, so I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the base.
Yes.
What?
You okay?
Something pushed me in the minecart? What?
Wasn't me.
Jackel came back.
Oh.
Hi.
That's funny. Oh, there's a.
here so we can enter from the outside and no gas can shoot at us, and it's awesome. But you guys remember with the whole Z thing and him not taking damage? So I'm like, okay, I got to talk to Murden. I got to tell him so he can do some investigating. So I invited him over, so he should be arriving momentarily. And I've also got some stuff here that Z collected for him. He's supposed to bring me some junk for payment. I don't know what he's bringing over. Oh, there he is. I see him.
Hey, what's up?
Hey. All right, I'll open the door for. Can you open the door yourself? Do you know how to do it?
Oh yeah.
There's
Okay.
a button. There you go. There you go. So first things first. This is from Z. He went in the open world, collected that for you.
So pretty.
Very, very pretty.
Yeah.
And you said you had some junk stuff to give me.
Yes, I did find these interesting things here.
Ooh.
I believe 16 is a rather
16. Oh, there you go. There you go. I'll add that
exchange.
total down here. There we go.
Nice.
Gotta figure out what to do with these things. Oh, and also, you guys may notice I have the pig step music disc. We did a live stream, and I collected that. And I've got the snout banner pattern, which anyone's welcome to use because they don't get used up, but it's very cool. So, and I've got a little bit of gold now too. It's just a small amount.
Just a little.
Just a small amount. So anyway, I invited you over here because I was on earlier, and I was talking to Z, and I'm like, hey, what you up to? And he's like, oh, I'm working on this mess. And I'm like, okay, what are you doing about the damage? Because, everyone's taking damage. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, what? He's like, no, I'm not taking damage. So there's something going on.
He's not taking any damage?
He's not taking damage. I don't know what's going on.
That's
I don't know
weird.
if he's because he's an advisor and he's from this world. Has he eaten something? Has he puked something? I don't know what he's done.
Oh, we gotta check with Jalusko and find out if she's taking damage too.
Maybe it's something to do with the people that were already here when we got here. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I thought you'd want to know.
Yeah, definitely. That's good to know. So there's some. That means there's some way for us potentially to not take the damage.
Which would be awesome. Because I went back there for rockets, and it was not a pleasant experience, let me tell you.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
No fun. No fun at all. And all my stuff is in my
Do you have trouble seeing when you're out there?
No trouble seeing.
I sometimes can't see, like my visuals cut out, and I'm like moving slowly.
Weird.
Yeah, it's not fun.
What if it's because you're an AI and it affects you differently?
That's possible.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever it is.
Whatever it is. With the weird... have you seen the sun? The sun looks weird.
Oh, yeah. And I was actually nighttime when I...
Oh, moon works.
Happened to
moon
me.
looks weird too.
It was, the moon. The weird thing is when I was blinded, I could still see the moon.
What? That's weird.
It's really weird.
That's really weird.
Night,
Jackel. So, yeah.
Cool.
Weird stuff going on. I think we might have to make like a research station or something.
Yeah, for sure. And probably a central place we can all meet at for sure.
Yes, and test people.
Yes, we gotta find out why Z is not taking damage, and if Jalisco is taking damage.
Exactly.
So I did order a this fancy little tool from her.
Ooh.
So perhaps she was able to make that to the
she's
overworld.
Making that.
So it's likely she's protected
That's
somehow
very
too.
likely.
And she's originally here before we were. So
very suspect.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, it sounds like we got a lot of things to figure out.
Lots of things to do.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm gonna head back to my place. I've got a rail to design.
Oh, I gotta do that too. Maybe next episode.
Yeah. Definitely got to get those designed because these are dangerous.
They're very dangerous. This Nether is horrible.
All right. Well, thank you for the delivery. See you later. Bye. So now that we have gotten the smooth red sandstone right here, we can actually start working on the rail. And also, look what I got. I got a hoglin head. This looks so weird. It needs ears or something, but that's a bit disturbing. Oh, I can scare somebody with that, that's for sure. But I do have a design I figured out, and I guess what I'll do is I'll start by building out basically the hub station here, where you can get in and out of the rail right here. So let me just get this little section built here and connect it to the bit of the house base thing here, and I'll bring you guys back once I finish that. Alrighty, I have built the first section of the rail, so you can kind of get to see how the whole pattern of the entire rail is going to look. And you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Alright, so we've got these little like divider sections which are for the corners and like every in-between section. So you can break it up so there's not like a huge section of glass in certain areas. My idea is to kind of like divide each section up. So like this has 7 there and 7 there, I believe. And like where there's big longer stretches, I'll probably divide it up and do like even longer pieces like this for the glass for viewing out. We've got trapdoors at the top across some glass there, and oh, Enderman. Hope he doesn't come after me. Anyways, as you can see, I've got some buttons and signs or some detailing on the outside. I've got some stairs at the top. It's mostly made with warp blocks and a little bit of the smooth red sandstone and some orange glass. So let's get a closer look, shall we? Hopefully the Enderman is not coming after us. But we can actually walk over here and hop down on the inside to get the view what it looks like from the inside of it. Here we go. So from inside our little base here, we can walk into this tunnel. And this is basically what we're going to see throughout the interior of this is the signs here and then buttons, which I guess I could put buttons there, but yeah, the corners are weird. They can't have buttons in 2 sections, so I've got it like this, where no buttons here and no buttons here. But it does make this little spot look kind of funny that there's no buttons there, but that's okay. But this is kind of how the interior is going to look and feel as we're traveling through. In fact, we could even just do a quick little cruise. So we put our rail, the minecart there, hit the button, and off we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. No, I actually don't want to travel all the way down this, so let's hop out and let that rail stop. Or that rail, that minecart. Stop making that. Don't run away yet. But as you can see, we've got a long ways to go to build out this entire rail tunnel. And as you can see, it also uses a ton of the warped stem and warped warp blocks. So I'm gonna need a farm for that. Oh hey, look, a farm. Let's check this out, shall we? So we got our 2 little red houses here, because they're in the Nether, right? So they're not greenhouses, they're red houses. And this one just happens to be red. But this is basically the shifting floor design. If I pop down here, make sure there... bone meal, yep, there is. So we just flip this lever, and it will sit here and break plants over and over again. We'll get a bunch of mushrooms, well, fungus I should say. Fungus and roots. All the excess roots can be composted for more bone meal. And basically just stand here and gather a bunch. Okay, and then... oh, that works, okay. So once that's done, we can head over to the other one now. Same setup, but for the for the warped stuff. Same thing. So just go over here, drop down, deliver. I'm gonna get lots and lots of the warped stuff, and we do happen to get some of the twisted vines here as well, which is pretty nifty. Oh, bit of lag there. Yeah, there we go. So 2 simple farms to get the basically the saplings in this case. Then what we do is once we've got these guys here, in fact let me grab a little bit of bone meal out of this. Right there. Oh yeah, so once we have farmed a bunch of these, we're gonna head over to the growth chambers. Now each of these chambers have a vine up through the center, which will actually prevent gas from spawning, which is good because I've had gas spawn in here before. But basically we drop the fungus down, we grow it, we break anything that would be touching the very bottom to try to keep the nylium. Because if you let a block sit there, the nylium will disappear just like grass blocks do. And then when you do the next fungus, if I play that one place that one there. We're gonna clear space above it and clear a little bit around all of it. It'll help get some more shroom lights. So that's the only thing that this farm is not very good at doing, is getting shroom lights, but that's okay. And what I've discovered so far is the Crimson doesn't seem to have as much of the shroom lights for some reason. I'm not sure why. There's one right there, but I seem to whoop, seem to get more from the warped stuff instead of the Crimson, but here we go. Clear that out. Oh, and as I say that, I'm getting a whole bunch here. And I do want to get more of these glow shrooms because they're actually needed to finish off these growth chambers, because in my design, there's supposed to be a whole bunch of them up all the way to the top, kind of like you see the one up there, but it's supposed to go all the way down to the very edge there. But we finished just putting these few in. Get one more there, clear that above me, bone millet, chop. Okay, and then we'll clear out this last section, pop another, oh boy, that one hurt. Okay, clear all these real quick. Up, and then occasionally that happens, and then the shroom light goes flying. Okay, so now that we've got that first step done, all the stuff is grown, we've cleared all the stuff at the bottom, we break in and we climb up to the top using the vine. And the nice thing about these huge funguses, or fungi I should say, is that they do not break blocks when they grow. So that's why the vine will stay there basically forever. But we take our hoe, we trim out all of the nether wart or the warped wart blocks, depending on which one we're doing. We'll sit here and keep clearing from the top, just like so. As we get to the bottom, we'll find more shroom lights, and we'll be able to gather it all at the bottom. Now, I could have gone with more of an automatic farm idea, but this is pretty simple, not too hard to do. Just about anybody can make this pretty quickly, so yeah. Just does take quite a bit of breaking blocks, but since most of it's basically insta mining, it won't take too long just to clear out the whole thing. Almost to the bottom. There we go. Just the last few. And then we just have to chop the stem that's left over. There we go. And we get a decent amount of stem per harvest. We can get a ton of the warped wart and nether wart. So once I start getting an excess amount, I can actually start turning that into bone meal in our red houses, which is pretty great. Like right now, I've got nearly a shulker full of both the warp blocks at this time. The wart blocks. I'll show you up here. It's basically hop into here and over here in the center. So yep, right there. So once I get a full one, I can just start composting the excess, as you can see there, and we do get a little bit of some extra stuff. There we go, and then like the roots like this, I can also compost those. Alright, so now that we've got our farm going, we can actually collect lots of the stem that we need to be able to build out a couple different things. So like I said, I need a farm for this, because I need to use lots of these blocks for the building the rail. So we've got plenty of that now. We've got an easy way to farm that without having to worry about ghasts and things like that, or trying to find a forest to clear out. And yeah, so having a nice farm like that has been super helpful. As you can see, it's pretty good actually. It doesn't take too long. This is probably 3 harvests at the most. So I've done that like 3 times, so, and 2 times with this one. So it's pretty good, And we have a nice bone supply already that I've had set up, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep farming away at those. Make sure we got plenty of blocks to progress on the builds and stuff. Try to finish up the growth chambers with the stuff we want to get the glow shrooms going all the way down and have a fence in between each glow shroom. So it'll be glow shroom fence, glow shroom fence, glow shroom fence, all the way down to the very bottom on all the corners. So once that's done, this project will be complete, and we'll have our stem slash warp block farm, or I guess just a huge fungi farm, ready to go. So, yep. Maybe we once we can get back to the overworld, maybe I can make a new shop for this, since I'll have a rather large supply of that by the end. But that's gonna be it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Wait a minute. Isn't this the stuff that Steam found? Look at that. Hold on. Do I have enough? I've got a few here. I think this is the stuff that Steam used. I totally forgot about that in the log. If I do this and then... Yeah, look. Then if I grab a tool station, I can upgrade stuff. Alright, let's give this a go. Oh, would you look at that? Nice. And if I do... There's this other little thing I can do here, right? I need this. Take that. Then I do this and that. Oop. Gotta actually put them on there. Look at that. Wow, I wish I would have realized this before.